Trump calls Ukraine President Zelensky modestly successful comedian who tricked US into spending $350 billion on war with Russia. Oh wow. Oh wow. So US spent 350 billion naira on the war with Russia. Oh wow. Now wow. So Trump is going to expose everything and everybody. The United States President Donald Trump has described President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelensky as a modestly successful comedian who has manipulated the US into spending $350 billion on a war that couldn't be won and never had to start. Yes, there was no reason for war in the first place. Think of it. A modestly successful comedian. Why is he calling me a comedian? Volodymyr Zelensky talked the United States of America into spending $350 billion to go into war that couldn't be won, that never had to start, but a war that he, without the US and Trump, will never be able to settle, Trump stated. Trump, in a statement via his verified X account on Wednesday, criticized the disparity in war spending between the US and Europe, accusing his predecessor Joe Biden of failing to demand a fair contribution. That Joe Biden, he really supported a whole lot of bad things. How can you give somebody $350 billion just to support them in fighting war? The United States has spent $200 billion more than Europe, and Europe's money is guaranteed. Can you imagine? Why the United States will get nothing back? Now, hey, why didn't Sleepy Joe Biden demand equalization? Exactly. They say Sleepy Joe Biden. Hey, Trump can look for trouble, wahala. In that, this war is far more important to Europe than it is to us. We have a big, beautiful ocean as separation. The US president also alleged massive financial mismanagement in Ukraine, saying, on top of this, Zelensky admits that half of the money we sent him is missing. How can it be missing? Where is it missing to? He refuses to have election, is very low in Ukrainian polls, and the only thing he was good at was playing Biden like a fiddle. Trump went further to question Ukraine's leadership, branding Zelensky as a leader with no democratic mandate, a dictator without elections. Zelensky better move fast or he's not going to have a country left, he said. Trump claimed that under his leadership, negotiations to end war with Russia were progressing. In the meantime, we are successfully negotiating an end to the war with Russia. That's very good though. The war should just come to an end, I beg. Something admits only Trump and the Trump administration can do. Biden never tried, can you imagine? Or he was just supporting them with money to continue to fight, so instead of trying to broker peace. Europe has failed to bring peace, and Zelensky probably wants to keep the gravy train going, he said. Now, while expressing support for Ukraine, Trump argued that his current leadership has failed, really has failed. Really has failed. On his Twitter page, he wrote, think of it, modestly successful comedian Volodymyr Zelensky talked the United States of America into spending $350 billion to go into a war that couldn't be won, that never had to start, but a war that he, without the US and Trump, would never be able to settle. The United States has spent $200 billion more than Europe, and Europe money is guaranteed, while the United States will get nothing back. Now that one the paying pass. Why didn't Sleepy Joe Biden demand equalization? In that this war is far more important to Europe than it is to us. We have a big, beautiful ocean as separation. On top of this, Zelensky admits that half of the money we sent him is missing. He refuses to have elections. He is very low in Ukrainian polls, and the only thing he was good at was playing Biden. He said, I love Ukraine, but Zelensky has done a terrible job. His country is shattered and millions have unnecessarily died. Yes, died unnecessarily because of war. I don't understand why they are fighting war. And so it continues, it really continues. Biden, Trump, God bless you for trying to at least broker peace. It's really. Jackson says, when will Trump remember our dear Nigeria? he has already remembered us now. That's why he's deporting people now. That's why he's deporting people. He has already remembered us. Adesanya Federal says, someone that has already remembered Nigeria. You don't talk, say they won't grant Nigeria and some other countries relief package money again, yes. That unless if they're able to account for the money given to them to tackle insecurities in the country since 2014 till now, are they going to be able to account for it? That one is zero. So obviously we are not going to get anything from them again. He has already remembered also. Sylvester Fakada says the comedian is largely the most successful considering how he was able to withstand Putin with no priority military or secret service training against a fierce former KKB lord. Okay. Victor Gori says the only thing I see and understand is that Trump and Putin have unbreakable bond. These two men are friends and have almost everything in common. The same is thinking and attitude. Can we say the same about Israel? The answer is big no. So what the world will witness soon is Putin having his way over Ukraine, while Trump will have his way over Palestine without Putin opposing his actions. The way people used to analyze things. It is well. Alexandra Jerome says, at the point I told my lecturer that the war was a cash cow exactly because probably they were just using it to make money. Like ATM, he kept dispensing money to his instigators. Zelensky never wanted the war to end. And not because of the pride he takes in his country, but because of the pride he takes in himself as the president who speaks and never retracts. And then people were just dying unnecessarily. Because of pride. Can you imagine? Not inviting him to the negotiation table is halfway the solution to the unnecessary war. But being Zelensky, he may want to escalate the war, waking the sleeping dog. And that's his business, so maybe people will continue to die now. He's completely crazy. Someone needs to tell him that his jurisdiction ends at the American border. Who told you? Despite his narcissistic inclinations and enormous paranoia, he has to understand that he is the only American president and not the president of the world. But people from other countries are collecting money from his country. So if he still says it's not going to give them money again, you people should not complain. Because I don't understand. Kismet says, I think those that used to come and attack me whenever I make this statement saying that Ukraine is just allowing herself to be fooled by NATO can still have mouth or hand to write their nonsense. Imagine Ukraine fighting Russia. If not for the kindness of Russia, wouldn't they have chopped off Ukraine? Russians are very, very lenient. Very, very lenient. Mr. Fassi says, indeed he's a comedian and he never knew the war was real, not scripted. Don't mind him. Let the script so. Fabian Oktek says, he's an actor. Didn't understand what it means to be among world powers. Russia will finish them overnight. People can't wisely says, that's why I love this man. Always says things the way it is, regardless of who is involved. Comedian indeed, this man get bad mouth. Get bad mouth. If it's that one, Trump really has bad mouth. Wilma says, so this man Zelensky forgot his objective, protect and serve the people. Instead, he went to war to please the USA Democratic Party and Europe. Wow. It is really wow. Wow. This is all my listeners. Over to you. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.